Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to cover this story because I find it quite amusing. It appears that Hollywood has fell to its knees. Hollywood has crumbled because the true talent behind all the people we see on TV have gone on strike. They're fighting for better working hours, better residuals, better pay. And the last time there was a Writers Guild strike, I was personally affected by it. One of my favorite shows, Girlfriends, that show never got a finale. After years of investing my life into watching that show, there was no finale. It just ended abruptly. So these strikes do have serious consequences. So let's take a look at this story. And then we'll look at some of the clever billboards, because these are writers, so you know they're very good at writing billboards. The first Hollywood strike in 15 years began Tuesday as the economic pressures of the streaming era prompted unionized TV and film writers to picket for better pay outside major studios, a work stoppage that already is leading most late-night shows to air reruns. No contracts, no content. Sign-carrying members of the Writers Guild of America chanted outside the Manhattan building where NBCU Universal was touting its Peacock streaming service to advertisers. Some 11,500 film and television writers represented by the union put down their pens and laptops after failing to reach a new contract with the trade association that represents Hollywood studios and production companies. The union is seeking higher minimum pay, more writers per show, and shorter exclusive contracts, among other demands. All conditions, it says, have been diminished in the content boom driven by streaming. There's too much work and not enough pay, said demonstrator Sean Crespo, a 46-year-old writer whose credits include the former TBS show Full Frontal with Samantha Bee. The labour dispute could have a cascading effect on TV and film production, depending on how long the strike lasts, and it comes as streaming services are under growing pressure from Wall Street to show profits. And apparently they're also protesting the use of AI. More and more of these studios are resorting to the use of AI now to write various material within minutes.
Day 2 of the Writers Guild of America strike is underway. The ripple effect really being felt across the entertainment industry. Production is halted for several prominent late-night shows as well. Of course, more disruptions are expected as TV and film writers continue to demand higher wages. CBS News correspondent Elise Preston joins us now from Los Angeles to speak about what's happening. Elise, it's only day 2, but we understand this strike could go on for months. So what's the status of negotiations, if they're actually happening right now, or maybe not?
Well, Errol, it doesn't even appear that these two groups are close to making a deal. Before this strike even began, negotiations stopped hours before the deadline, giving you an indicator just of that. And there were main key issues that were sticking points. The Writers Guild released a side-by-side comparison of what they were asking for, what the studios offered. One of those main issues being the use of AI. Some platforms can write scripts in just seconds. And the Writers Guild does not want AI technology to be used in writing literary content. When they presented that offer, according to this document that was released, the studios said that they would only look into the issue. Another key issue is residuals. Writers are only getting a fraction of residual checks that they used to get if something re-aired on network broadcasts. Now that those shows are showing up on streaming platforms, they're getting just dollars or cents on checks that used to be hundreds of dollars, sometimes even thousands. They're asking for a larger bulk of the residual pie there. And in the counter offer, the studio producers are giving them just a fraction. The number was like 400-something million versus 80-something million. So just to give you a look there. And then there are issues about weeks that they're working. Writers want to see a minimum amount of weeks throughout the year that they are guaranteed to work. The studio is not budging on that. There has been no counteroffer presented. And then another issue, they want to also see, writers want to see more writers in writing rooms. They're asking for a minimum of 12 as opposed to 6, which is in the offer currently. And the studios are not budging on that as well.
Late night television was the first to feel the fallout, just as it was during the 2007 writers' strike that lasted for 100 days. All of the top late night shows, which are staffed by writers that pen monologues and jokes for their hosts, immediately went dark. NBC's The Tonight Show, Comedy Central's Daily Show, ABC Jimmy Kimmel Live, CBS's The Late Show, and NBC's Late Night all made plans for reruns through the week. So, Jimmy Kimmel is in a bit of a pickle at the moment. All of those jokes that they write, those monologues that they do where they make fun of conservatives, where they make fun of Republicans, politicians, things of that nature. The people behind that, the talent behind those great scripts are bringing these shows to their knees, because without them, there's no shows. A lot of the people we see on our TV screens, they have a machine behind them. They're not as great as you think they are, as people think they are. They're not as talented as people think they are. They just come out there, regurgitate nonsense, push propaganda, and they're not the ones, behind it all. Everyone, including myself, hope both sides reach a deal. But I also think that the writers' demands are not unreasonable. Host Stephen Colbert said on Monday's Late Show. "This nation owes so much to unions," Colbert said. Well, unions are the reason we have weekends, and by extension, why we have TGI Fridays. So I'm here for it. I'm here for the writers' strike. As a writer myself, I understand that a lot goes in behind it. They are the heart of entertainment. The writers are the heart of entertainment. You need everybody. Everybody's part to play is important, but without the writers, clearly, you have nothing. And, these are woke writers, albeit, but still, this is what happens when unions run things. This is what happens. But, at the same time, I understand the unions are there for a reason. And their demands don't sound that outrageous to me, actually, when you think about it. They don't really sound that outrageous to me. So, interesting. And I remember the 2007 strike because I was personally affected by it. It disrupted one of the most iconic shows of all time. Okay, maybe I'm exaggerating slightly. So during the 2007 strike, late night hosts eventually returned to air and improvised their way through shows. Tonight Show host Jay Leno angered WGA leadership when he began writing his own monologues. Now that's the way to do things when it comes down to it. If you really are talented, these people can do their own improvisations. These people can write their own scripts temporarily until the writers come back. Because obviously they're not getting paid to do everything like that, or things of that nature. But that shows who the true talent is. Those who can just continue, it's okay, I'll do my own scripts, I'll write my own monologues. It's going to be hard work. Maybe you might have to pay me a little bit more, for this period. But I'm willing to do that. That would show, who the true talent is. So Jay Leno, he was like, forget it, I'm writing my own scripts. I respect that. But, Jimmy Kimmel, was he writing his own scripts? I don't think so. All of these woke late night show hosts, clearly many of them are just puppets. One late night show won't go dark. Fox News' Gutfield, with Greg Gutfield, will continue airing new episodes, Fox said Tuesday. Let's take a look at some of their signs. You're a CEO. What, like it's hard? AI wrote this sign. That's what happens with AI. There's no way, as a writer myself, I don't fear AI, taking over the job of a writer, because there's no way. A machine can't perfectly get, the emotion behind everything. It can't perfectly write exactly what you want to say and, convey the concepts you want to convey. Even with AI, you still have to rewrite it anyway. Without us, there wouldn't be any Paramount Studios. Are they lying? And this one says, can a brother get a darn fair deal? I mean, damn. Oh dear. Please don't make me have to move back to Ohio. Oh gosh, okay. I'd rather live in Ohio than New York City, believe me. My pronouns are pay me. This is classic. Oh dear. Help me, I'm poor. Oh dear. Our therapist keeps saying we have to stand up for ourselves, so here we are, sorry. I like your offer as much as you like an angry female lead. Wow. They've got very nice handwriting. For like, you know, protest signs. Very nice handwriting. Do you really want reruns? For all eternity. So they're not backing down. The CEOs have yachts. Writers have mortgages. May the Force Be With You was not written by a studio suit. Oh, the little dog's protesting. Without writers, Meredith Grey would not be a surgeon, no students could attend Abbott Elementary, and Logan Roy would not be alive. The only reference I understand is the Meredith Grey one, unfortunately. That show was terrible. Respect the power of Labour. Trust me, yes. Well, at least we're getting some laughs from this, if anything. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next video.